Ruth Story, one of the most significant women in the Bible. Welcome souls, your guardian angels have a message for you today. The story of Ruth, nestled within the Old Testament of the Bible, is one of profound faith, unwavering loyalty, and divine providence. Ruth, a Moabite woman, embodies the virtues of dedication and love. Transcending cultural and religious boundaries to become an ancestor of King David and, ultimately, of Jesus Christ. Her tale is not just a narrative of one woman's life, but a testament to the power of faith and the rewards that come from living a life aligned with God's will. Type I embrace the loyalty of Ruth to claim this message. Please like and subscribe to my channel Seraphic Tales for more interesting videos. Ruth's journey begins. Ruth's story begins in the land of Moab, where a man named Elimelech from Bethlehem in Judah moved with his wife, Naomi, and their 2 sons to escape a famine. While in Moab, Elimelech died, leaving Naomi with her sons, who eventually married Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth. Tragically, after about 10 years, both of Naomi's sons also died, leaving Naomi and her daughters-in-law widowed and destitute. Naomi, heartbroken and longing for her homeland, decided to return to Bethlehem. She urged Orpah and Ruth to stay in Moab, their birthplace, and find new husbands. Orpah, though reluctant, eventually agreed and stayed behind. But Ruth, in an extraordinary act of devotion, refused to leave Naomi's side. Her famous words resonate through the ages: "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." Type I will follow the path of faith to claim this message. A new life in Bethlehem. Ruth's unwavering commitment to Naomi was not just an act of kindness, but a profound decision to embrace Naomi's people and God. Together, they journeyed back to Bethlehem, arriving at the beginning of the barley harvest. Ruth, determined to provide for Naomi, took to the fields to glean behind the harvesters, as was the custom for the poor. She found herself working in the field of Boaz, a relative of Naomi's late husband. Boaz noticed Ruth and, having heard of her loyalty to Naomi, showed her kindness and protection. He ensured she was treated with respect by the workers and offered her food and water. Ruth's humility and dedication impressed Boaz, who blessed her, saying, "May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." Type I seek refuge under God's wings to claim this message. The Redeemer's role. Naomi, aware of the kindness Boaz showed Ruth, recognized a glimmer of hope in their situation. She knew that Boaz, as a relative, was one of their kinsman redeemers, a person who could redeem a family member's property or marry a widow to continue the family line. Naomi instructed Ruth to approach Boaz on the threshing floor after he had finished eating and drinking. Ruth obeyed Naomi's guidance, laying at Boaz's feet as a sign of her request for him to be her kinsman redeemer. Boaz, moved by Ruth's actions and her reputation as a woman of noble character, agreed to take on the role of redeemer, provided that a closer relative, who had the first right, declined. The next day, Boaz approached the closer relative and presented the situation. The man declined, fearing it would jeopardize his inheritance, allowing Boaz to redeem Ruth. Type I accept divine redemption to claim this message. A blessed union. Boaz and Ruth were married, and their union was blessed by the community, who prayed that their family would be like that of Rachel and Leah, who built the house of Israel. God blessed Ruth and Boaz with a son, Obed, who became the grandfather of King David. One of the most significant figures in the Bible and the lineage through which Jesus Christ would come. Naomi's sorrow was turned to joy as she held her grandson, and the women of the town praised God, saying, "Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a kinsman redeemer." The story of Ruth is a powerful reminder of God's providence and how He uses ordinary people to fulfill His extraordinary plans. Ruth's faith, loyalty, and courage brought about blessings not only for herself and Naomi, but for generations to come. Type I trust in God's providence to claim this message. The significance of Ruth's story. Ruth's story is rich with themes of loyalty, faith, and divine intervention. It illustrates the importance of standing by loved ones during difficult times, and how faith can guide us through the darkest valleys. Ruth's decision to follow Naomi and embrace her faith was a pivotal moment, demonstrating that God's love and blessings are available to all, regardless of their background or nationality. Ruth's story also highlights the concept of redemption, both in a physical and spiritual sense. Boaz's role as the kinsman redeemer is a foreshadowing of the ultimate redemption through Jesus Christ, who came to redeem humanity from sin and death. Just as Boaz redeemed Ruth, Christ redeems us, bringing us into a relationship with God and restoring our lives. Type I am redeemed by God's grace to claim this message. Lessons from Ruth's life. Several key lessons can be drawn from Ruth's life. Loyalty and devotion. Ruth's loyalty to Naomi is an example of selfless love and commitment. In a world where loyalty can often be in short supply, Ruth's story encourages us to stand by our loved ones and be faithful to our commitments. Faith in action. Ruth didn't just express her faith verbally, she lived it out through her actions. Her willingness to leave her homeland, embrace a new culture, and trust in Naomi's God shows us the importance of putting faith into action. God's providence. Ruth's story is a testament to God's providence. Even amid hardship, God was at work, orchestrating events to bring about His purposes. It reminds us that God is always in control, even when we don't see the bigger picture. The power of redemption. Boaz's redemption of Ruth points to the greater redemption we have in Christ. Just as Boaz restored Ruth's life, Christ restores ours, offering us new life and hope. Type I learned from Ruth's life to claim this message. Ruth as a model for modern believers. Ruth's story resonates deeply with modern believers, offering a model of faithfulness and trust in God. In today's fast-paced, ever-changing world, Ruth's example is a reminder of the power of steadfastness and faith. Her willingness to embrace change and her determination to care for Naomi can inspire us to act with compassion and faith, even when the future is uncertain. Moreover, Ruth's story shows that God's plans often unfold in unexpected ways. Ruth, a foreigner and widow, became an integral part of God's plan to bring salvation to the world. This reminds us that no matter our circumstances, God can use us to accomplish His purposes. Type "I follow Ruth's example" to claim this message. The legacy of Ruth. Ruth's legacy is profound, not just in her role as the great-grandmother of King David, but as a woman whose life demonstrated the transformative power of faith and loyalty. Her story has been told and retold for generations, offering hope and encouragement to those who face difficult circumstances. In a broader sense, Ruth's inclusion in the genealogy of Jesus Christ, as mentioned in the Gospel of Matthew, highlights the inclusivity of God's plan. Ruth, a Moabite, was not part of the chosen people of Israel by birth, yet she was grafted into the lineage of the Messiah. This inclusion speaks to the universal nature of God's love and salvation. Type "I embrace Ruth's legacy" to claim this message. Please like and subscribe to my channel Seraphic Tales for more interesting videos. The story of Ruth is a powerful narrative of faith, loyalty, and divine providence. Her life teaches us that God's plans are always at work, even in the most challenging times, and that our faith and actions can have a profound impact on our lives and the lives of others. As we reflect on Ruth's story, may we be inspired to live with the same unwavering faith and commitment to God's will, trusting that He will guide us and provide for us every step of the way.